So we hit the road again. The boys travel down to Southampton after a really comfortable win during the week against Qarabag, and this is going to be a very difficult sort of game coming into Southampton here this weekend. As you know, we've got bad sort of form down there. I feel we haven't been great. We had that really bad 4-0 drubbing a few years ago. Then we had that really lucky draw last year, and this year I'm feeling very confident we're going to get the win. But I know it's going to be a very tough game. As you know, Southampton not playing very well at all. 19th on the ladder. Really defensively, they have got some serious crisis at the back there. However, they can go forward and they can score the goals. They've got the likes of Stuart Armstrong. He's been smashing in a few goals recently. Danny Ings, top goal scorer, 4 goals. They do have a few players missing. They do have no Bertrand and they don't have that Stephens in defence. So as a defensive unit, they don't really have the best defence. As you know, they have obviously conceded a lot of goals, and that's probably the reason why they are 19th on the ladder. But as you all know, guys, they do have a brand new manager, Ralph Hasenhüttl, I think that's his name, the Austrian Leipzig manager, and he's going to really drub it into these guys. It's his first home game, coming off a few losses against the likes of Cardiff, they lost against Tottenham as well. So they're not going to be not too happy about those results. But coming into his first home game, he's going to have a really interesting system he's going to play as. A lot more pressure in the game, a lot more energy and a lot more tempo coming into this. So it's going to be a difficult sort of game coming into this game for Arsenal, but I do feel confident that we're going to get the win. Looking into our side, it's going to be interesting. As you all know, we have a defensive crisis as well. We don't have the likes of Mustafi, we don't have the likes of Socrates, we don't have the likes of Holding. They're all out, and no Mavropanos either. So we're going to have to really change up the formation, I think, and really it's going to be interesting how Unai Emery takes this game. I feel he's going to play probably a 3 at the back, just because of defensive issues. I feel like Leno's going to stay in goal. I feel like he's been brilliant this season. He's been really solid. Made a few little issues, just the way he saves it sometimes. It doesn't seem to be that confident sometimes, but he has been really, really good with his distribution. And you can't. I mean, at the end of the day, he makes some brilliant saves, but it's going to be interesting to see how he plays a defensive unit. I feel like the likes of Koscielny is going to have to come in. He's had a few minutes under his belt against Qarabag, so I feel like he's going to start in defence. We do have the likes of Monreal, who's going to be back, so I could probably see him play more as a centre-back. He did play last year as a centre-back a few times, and I felt like he wasn't too bad. He does have that experience under his belt now, so I feel like he's going to probably play as a left-sided centre-back. Pardon me, sorry, with Lichtsteiner to his right, on the right-hand side. He's got that experience under his belt. You know, he knows what he's doing. He can play as a centre-back, as we all know. And I feel like we can do the job with him. He doesn't have the pace, but he's got the experience. He adapts really well with the rest of the guys, and it's going to be interesting having him alongside Koscielny, who's only just come back from injury. The likes of the left wing back is going to be Kolasinac, and we're going to have Bellerin as right back. Those two have been really, really efficient down those edges. As you know, Bellerin has been really, really good this season, getting down those edges, and I feel like he needs to get forward a lot more, really push this defence back. As you know, Southampton, they don't have the likes of Ryan Bertrand, and you don't have the likes of Cedric, who's just come back from injury, so they're going to be a bit unstable in those positions. If we can really push them back a lot, then we can potentially, kind of open them up a lot. Obviously, Kolasinac has been brilliant in that left wing back position, and he can really push forward. And as you know, he's not the greatest defender, but the likes of Monreal behind him, he can hopefully do the job in there. But I think that's what we're going to try and do: really push down those edges and really take it towards those left backs and right backs they've got there at the moment. As I said, they've only got the likes of Target in there, so they don't have Bertrand playing in that position either. So that's going to be interesting. I feel like in the midfield we're going to have the likes of Xhaka, Torreira. Xhaka, as you know, and Torreira, they've been a fantastic partnership throughout the season, and it's going to be interesting to see how these two guys go together again. As I said, away from home, we have been really, really good away from home, especially since last season. Really picking up. I think it's 4 wins and a draw I think we've had now this season away from home compared to last season's statistics. So it's going to be really interesting to see how we go this time around. Xhaka, as you know, obviously he has been really good with his distributing, and we did really miss him and get away from home against Manchester United. So if he can hang in there with the likes of Torreira, who's been fantastic all season. I mean, man of match, 4 man of matches in 5 games. This guy is just killing it. This little Uruguay man. He's got a point to prove, and I feel like he's going to do it again this season. I love him, man. He does the business. He just soaks up all the shit that comes our way, and he just tosses it back out there, you know. But them two together, I feel confident that they will do the job in there nicely and really hold that midfield firm and push forward, get forward, distribute the ball quickly, and get it out to the likes of Özil, who I think will be playing more as an attacking midfielder player. As you know, he has come back from injury. There's been a lot of talk about him. Should he play? Should Aaron Ramsey play? Should Mkhitaryan potentially play in that attacking midfield position? But I do think Ozil will be playing there, and I feel like, as obviously Southampton, they don't have the best defence. The likes of Vestergaard, Benderek, they're not the greatest partnership at the moment. As you know, that's the reason why on the bottom of the ladder they've conceded a lot of goals. And if we can have the likes of Ozil in there, he can unlock the defences. And we did miss him against lots of Manchester United and Huddersfield. We just didn't have that sort of creativity. And someone like Ozil, you know, you don't know what you're going to get with him. He can unlock a defence just like that. And I feel like him coming in, he did have the minutes under his belt against Quarabag, and he played really well. He had a bit of a point to prove in that game, I feel. So I feel like he's going to probably start this weekend against Southampton, and I feel like up top we're going to go with the 2, and I feel like that's going to be very important. The likes of Lacazette and Aubameyang. As you know, Aubameyang, top goal scorer at the moment. He's in some hot form, I tell you. He has got unlucky a few times. Got unlucky against Huddersfield. Really should have scored that game, and against Manchester United. But he knows that, and we know that, and he can score the goals, and we know that, and he will just do his job, and hopefully we can really get him behind. As you know, they're not the quickest defence either. Vestergaard, very tall player, but very slow, and if we can get him behind, we can cause some serious issues. And the likes of McCarthy in goal, it's going to be interesting. They don't have Forster, so we don't know who we're going to get at the end of the day. But Lacazette, he had a goal against Quarabag, very important for him to get on the goal scoring sheet. He has been very unlucky throughout the weeks. Got very unlucky against Manchester United, and he also got very unlucky against Huddersfield. So it's going to be good to see how Lacazette goes. Obviously a goal under his belt now. He's going to really kind of drive this defence. If he can hold up that ball, play it around and see if we can get him behind this defence, I think that'll be key. As I said, they're not the quickest defence in the world, Southampton. And I think that's the formation we're going to go with. As I said, the bench, I feel like we're going to probably bring on the likes of Mkhitaryan, Iwobi as well. Maybe Iwobi has been pretty poor the last few weeks actually, and he hasn't really been up to scratch since he started the season. But hopefully he can be on the bench, come on. I've heard likes of Medley, he did come as well, and the likes of Saka, who did come in from obviously their really good performances in Qarabag. So it's going to be interesting to see how those guys go. But overall, I am predicting a 3-1 win. I feel like it's going to be a very tight game. It's going to be very quite a slow start from us. We normally start very slow. But I feel like Southampton are going to jump out the blocks very quickly. They're at home, new manager, you know, there can be a lot of anticipation going into this game, especially against us, coming off 22 games unbeaten, mate. I tell you, 22 games unbeaten, that's how well we are doing at the moment. We haven't lost since the start of the season. It's quite incredible, since August, and it's December now, you know, but saying that, you know, we've got to go into this game. It's the Premier League. You don't know what you're going to get. You know, we struggled against Huddersfield, so it can be interesting to see how we're going against a side like Southampton. And as you know, they are a bit of a bogey club for us. But I am predicting a 3-1 win. I feel like Aubameyang is going to get 2. I feel like it might be an Özil goal this game. I feel like it's probably going to be an Özil free kick of some sort. I'm not too sure, but as I said, that's my score prediction. But looking into the game a little bit more further, I feel like we shouldn't really be lumping the ball into the box. They've got very tall defenders, Southampton, and I feel like we need to really get them with the pace. I feel like the pace is going to be key. Ozil's going to be key. Torreira defensively, he's got to really cover that back line. As you know, we haven't got the greatest back line at the moment, so it's going to be interesting to see how we go, especially communication-wise. They haven't played together all season, especially Monreal. He's only just coming back from injury as well, so that's going to be interesting. But we don't have the quickest defence either, so they do have the likes of Danny Ings, they do have the likes of Charlie Austin, and those two are going to be key for those guys, and it's going to be interesting. As I said, they don't have the likes of Tadic really in there. They do have the likes of Lamina, who I know is very good, Højbjerg as well in there. So it's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be very cold down there, but you know, I'm predicting a 3-1 win. Get the better of these guys. As I said, Tottenham won as well, City won, Chelsea are playing tonight as well, and you do have the likes of the Liverpool Manchester United derby coming up, so we need to get these 3 points, move on. We've got some big games coming up. We've got Tottenham in the AFL Cup, we do have Burnley at home, which is a very important game, and we do have Brighton and the likes of Liverpool coming up shortly, so this is another 3 points, another game we can win, take the confidence into the next games, and I'm predicting a win, but it's not going to be easy. As I said, Hassanla, or whatever his, I don't know, sorry, but I don't know his name too much, but he's going to really, he's going to show some of his sort of ways of playing this game. And as I said, Leipzig, they performed very, very well last season, and a few seasons back when he was managing, so it's going to be interesting to see how he goes. But as I said, he has only been managing for them for only about a week or so, so it'd be interesting to see how quickly they adapt with his style of play and his sort of tactics compared to us, who I feel like we're going to take this game by the scruff of the neck eventually, and we're going to really put it against them. But that's the end of the video, guys. Drop a comment, drop a like, drop a sub, that'd be greatly appreciated, really would be. And I'll speak to you guys later on. I'll speak to you guys after the game. We're doing a review of the game, and then we'll have obviously the next game's coming up throughout the week. But until then, I'll speak to you guys shortly. Later, sorry.